Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or no.
We're live.
Hey, we're live.
Hey, we made it. Yay.
Looks like we made it.
Looks like we made it.
For the longest time, I thought she was saying, looks like we've made it.
We've made it.
I'm like, oh, I didn't see the evidence of that, but
I don't think that's a possibility.
I can get behind that.
Okay. I'm into it. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go. Wait, what?
Red eye.
Red eye.
You're listening to Time Spent Poorly with Nathan Betts.
It doesn't matter what I do, I just can't seem to win. But here I go again. And I said, hey, that's the story of my life. I had a good plan, but it didn't go right. Oh no, I'm overdrawn. I checked my account and the money's all done. Why me? I don't know what to think. I finally get aboard and the whole boat sinks. Seems to be the story of my life.
Welcome back. Here he is.
Hey, Steve, did you hear that this podcast in Clarkston is using your song for an intro? I'm just glad someone was paying attention. Hey, get back to work. Those McFlurries aren't going to flurry themselves.
Welcome. It is the Time Spent Poorly Derek Yon Experience mashup show.
You might even say it's a monster mashup. Well, that's a good show.
Well, see you fuckers later.
Hey, welcome back.
I'm back. Derek's back.
I'm back.
Derek's back for good. You want to know why Derek's back for good?
Yes, I do want to know why. Oh, I graduated.
Graduation,
I'm a learned
motherfuckers.
man. I'm
He's got a
actually
certificate.
so sore.
Really? Probably from doing this all weekend.
From doing that all weekend, and then also I drank a lot.
Oh
yesterday.
yeah, you drank like you're like trying to prove something. He drank like he was trying to win a trophy for it.
And I might have.
You could have, yeah.
I might have
In
won a
Ireland,
trophy.
even.
I might be a thing that really happened. Man, I feel so good to be back though.
I am so glad that you're back because I've been having a hard time getting people. I got Adam up here last week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I heard I will go watch it since I can do that on YouTube.
You can find us on YouTube now. Just go to youtube.com/timespentpoorly.
Also, I feel like
network will come up.
Well, I feel like I've been like under a rock because I found out that we're live on YouTube now, which I was like, live on YouTube?
Aren't we live on Twitch? Nope.
What sorcery is this?
Yeah, right to YouTube now. So we used to have to record it locally and then upload it to YouTube later. Now it just goes straight there so you can watch the event. And if I was smart, I would have tweeted out that we were going to go live around 2 p.m. this afternoon.
We've made it.
Made it. Looks like we've made it. We're gonna make a little baby boy.
So my graduation was Friday, and apparently the song they deemed the song they should play was "The End of the World as We Know It."
Really?
Yeah.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that was a thing that you play at a graduation. It's the end of, they know the song.
Yeah.
It's the end of the world. Oh, R.E.M. sings that. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that was R.E.M.? Yeah.
But my favorite thing about that song, no one knows the lyrics.
No.
6 o'clock. It's like 6 o'clock for the morning. JFK.
Yeah, look at all these words. We have the lyric version up in front of us on the YouTube. And that's a lot of words.
That's a lot of words.
Yeah.
And then they're like, hey, Harold Day, JFK, what else do I got to say?
Yeah.
We didn't start. No, wrong song.
There's a lot of words to this song. I don't understand any of them.
But apparently this is the song for the class of 2014. It's the end of the world as we know it.
I don't know. Why would they pick that?
I don't know.
It's the end of the world as we know it.
We know this part.
The end of the world as we know it. Oh, wait, I can't hear it. The end of the world as we know it. I feel fine.
Where's my snare? Where's
6 o'clock TDR, don't get it for
JFK, what else do I have to say?
Nope.
Still not it.
Still not it.
Still, I'm trying.
We tried.
It
It was a good try.
That's a good song.
It was a good college try. So, well, so do you
that
feel
was
like
fun.
that was worth $60,000, that piece of paper?
Maybe.
Okay,
We'll
good.
find out.
We'll find out. So, I think, should we do announcements now or should we do announcements later? We have a couple we can get to.
Let's do them now.
Okay. First of all, we are going to have our first sponsor of the show here coming up not too long. Do we want to announce that or do we want to sit on it for a little while longer?
We'll sit on it for a little
Okay.
while longer, but I'll
We'll
allude
tease it
to
then.
it.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll tease it. So coming up in the next couple of months, watch for an announcement about our first major sponsor to this show.
Yes.
And someone on the network
Yes.
will be going and starting a business venture, and it will
Yes.
be our first
And it'll be
official
awesome.
sponsor.
And along with that, there will be a comic book show yet again.
Cool. Okay,
There
so
will be, though.
there's our
There's a teaser.
a prelude to a teaser to a announcement. So an actual announcement is Time Spent Poorly podcast. It will now officially be me and Derek doing things together. And whenever Derek is too busy to come up, I'll grab someone from the network. But
And it might even be us and a third.
right, so it'll always
But-
be at least two of us now from now on. So me and
But
Derek.
the Time Spent Poorly podcast, which was like the launching point for the whole network, will be pretty much the official show of the network.
And it'll be me and my thoughts, and then whoever comes and joins me. So I don't know. I might bring up a news topic, or I might just fucking wing it with somebody from the network.
And those religion shows. And
Yes,
that
and then
stuff.
and then all of my sub things that I've been doing. I still want to do a sub Time Spent Poorly podcast on woodworking. Still want to do a sub Time Spent Poorly podcast on religion, like I've been doing. So
And this might even be the venue in which we'll talk about wrestling a little bit.
ooh, that would be cool. I'd be into that. Because
But
I know
anyway.
nothing about wrestling, but I bring you on to listen to you talk about it and give you my 2 cents about it.
Everybody around the world. Wow.
You gotta go, little thing.
Word out.
Word out.
No, yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah, so Time Spent Poorly will be me and someone else from the network. Most likely, it'll be Derek. If it's not Derek, it'll be Adam. If it's not Adam, it might be Lewis. He's hard to get a hold of. But someone from the network will get together with me, and we'll just kind of fuck
And
around
we'll
for an hour.
probably be bouncing back to Sunday nights on that show.
Yeah, I think Sunday nights
It's
probably will
always
work.
what's worked.
That's
for
worked
us.
best for you, especially for you and me.
Yeah.
That works perfect. So
Sunday
nights we'll keep that as consistent as we can. Just that's going to be a Sunday night thing.
The only time it'd be a run-in would be when we do when pay-per-views come.
Yes, which would be every 3 or 4 months, right? Is a Sunday night pay-per-view.
Well, they're once a month.
Oh,
now.
are they once a month now?
Yeah.
Nice.
But on when we know that's gonna happen, then we might just can 2 episodes.
Yeah, or do it earlier in the day if it works out. I don't know if that ever is a thing that could
sometimes it
happen. So we'll figure that out. But for the most part, Sunday evening, somewhere between 5 and 8.
And actually, that might be that show. When the pay-per-view is that weekend, might be when we talk about wrestling too.
That would
Might
be fantastic.
that when
Yeah, that'd work out perfect for me.
'Cause why not?
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'll bring on. I'll probably bring on like Hales for that one.
Sure, that's fine.
Because she watches it.
Yeah, we got
or
enough room for
Jared,
2 more
or,
people.
You know, we'll get somebody up here to talk about wrestling.
So if the Time Spent Poorly podcast is back in action, we're not going after this one. This is going to be a Time
This is
Spent
the
Poorly mashup.
The monster mashup.
The monster mashup.
I've dubbed it that
So
right.
that means if this is the last mashup,
Yeah.
but you're still going to officially be on my shows with me
Yes.
from now on, that means that the Derek Yon experience is going to continue in its original
It
iteration.
is, yeah. The experience will be back now that school's over, and it's going to be back with just my we've gone mobile.
We've gone mobile.
It'll be the mobile network again, and it'll be basically me and one other person, whoever I'm interviewing that week.
Yep.
It'll be very simple. It'll be on location. It'll be with that shitty keyboard intro.
Awesome.
And it'll be with the All American Rejects closing it out.
Yes, excellent. So that's a couple of things.
He'll be back.
Should we talk about?
And my co-host will be Duke Nukem again.
Duke
I had
Nukem.
a few people asking me about
Yes.
what happened to Duke, and he's back.
He's going to be recanned into a different can, more mobile can.
And we had strain. There was a strain on our relationship.
Oh, was there a
working
little falling out?
Well, he kept just telling me to eat shit and die.
And it kind of got to you eventually.
It damaged my ego a bit.
Really bugged you?
He's kind of a dick.
He's not that cool.
I'm like trying to talk to him.
Yeah.
No, I'm not trying to talk to him, have a real conversation, and he just keeps telling me to eat shit and die.
We're like, dude, seriously, I'm like literally like we're
I'm like,
not.
dude, I'm
the
like,
microphones
no.
are off.
Yeah.
We can you don't have to just say your can.
Look, Duke, I'm trying to have a conversation with you, and
He's
just
like, eat shit and die.
I'm
Well,
like,
all right.
what is wrong with this
Real
guy?
mature,
Real dick.
real class
That's
act
a real
dick.
dick move. He's a real dick.
He's a dick. So we want to start expanding the network. We went through a really rough time with me moving, and like some of the podcasts kind of got thin there for a while. We were down to just hanging from the balcony for a couple of weeks. Adam and John are looking for someone to join them to kind of spice that one up again.
So has that show not been as frequent?
That one's been kind of hit and miss, but that's because there's really not a lot of news going on. But E3 is happening soon, and they said they're going to have enough news to talk about for the rest of the summer.
Great.
Once, like, because they've got like announcements about announcements about announcements coming
I
up.
imagine
So
there's dead seasons with
I
that.
think just like with movies, January is tough to get through for the movie podcast.
Wrestling right now. You just had WrestleMania,
Yeah,
and then
so
you have the first big one is SummerSlam. I mean,
Right. And that's
there's
not even
pay-per-views every
happening,
month
right?
till then. That's in I think SummerSlam's like in June or July.
Nice.
So
I want to
like,
go to that if I can make
Oh
it.
no, yeah, we'll make a big one on that
Cool.
one.
That'll be fun. What
We'll
do you
make it a thingy.
Yeah, we'll have to make sure. As long as it doesn't land on a DJ gig night, I have 3 gigs in
It's
June coming up.
always a Sunday.
Okay.
Well, they're always
Perfect.
Sundays.
And all of my gigs are Fridays and Saturdays, so that works out perfect for that.
You got some of those set
yeah.
up, huh?
Yeah, I got 3 gigs lined up for June, so
That's
yeah,
sexy.
got a little extra cash coming.
Cashola.
And then so everybody's kind of got like rejuvenated. Derek's excited to be done with school. That was like the thing that he was really.
That was
That was the only thing that was really keeping you from doing.
I mean, when we moved, I mean, I did the last few shows of mine. We'll say for that season,
right.
there, and I was just like, you know what? Until school's out, there's just no way I can have the time for this.
Yeah, and it's
And the last 2 weeks have been hell on earth.
was it just
Yeah.
what does it take to get from just going to school every single semester to I am now going to graduate? Like what were the extra things you had to do?
I had my senior research project.
Yeah.
That's a 20-page paper along with a presentation.
Now is that something that you have to like declare or like is it like your dissertation or whatever?
Kind of, yeah. You make a thesis and you run with that and you write.
What was your thesis?
Mine was, depending on how you read a villain in comic books, any villain can be read as the protagonist rather than the antagonist.
Really?
Yes, and my mentor on that was Lewis, and I will thank him a million fucking times for all the help that he gave me on that thing.
Nice.
Boy, that guy, he's smart.
Yeah, he seems like a really smart guy. Honestly,
I don't know if people knew this or not. He really is a professor.
he for real, like it's not just it's not just a title. We just kind of
we don't just call him that
BS'd.
because he's bald like Professor X.
right. No, we didn't BS
Because if
that.
we were gonna give him a BS name, we'd call him Powder.
Powder, yes, he looks exactly like Powder. Oh, hold on. You know what? I think I might still be on. Hold on.
Powder.
I think I might be on. There we go. I might have been they might have just been looking
sorry.
at YouTube for like the last 6 minutes.
Powder.
Powder. Let me see if I can find Powder. Let's
Powder.
see here. Powder.
Continue. So yeah, so I did that, and so there's the senior research project. Then I had to finish my script for Served, the movie I've been working on for.
That looks just like Lewis.
This is Lewis. Is that that's a celebrity doppelganger?
That is that's Lewis.
That's so mean.
That one moves. I love it.
Damn it. If you wore a fedora like in that last photo, that would be.
Oh my God. We need to make him go out as
so
Powder
bad.
on
Go to
Halloween.
Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Okay, so I had to finish that script too, which was about 99 pages, 100 pages.
Ooh, nice.
Boy, I cranked that sucker out.
Really?
And Lewis also was my teacher for that class,
Yeah.
and so he gave me a lot of great feedback on that.
And that was part of your like senior project too, or
no, it was
just that 20
it was
page?
just one of the classes.
Nice.
It was just one of the classes, and I took it as an advanced screenwriting thing, where basically I wrote 25 pages for the real class he teaches, and then
You finished the rest on your own
and then
time.
you finish it in the advanced class.
Nice.
So I had to write, take 25 pages to 99 pages, and
So,
oh boy.
Basically, what he's saying by saying all of that is college forced him to have a completed movie script,
Which is true.
which
Which I would love to.
I was talking with him last night. I was like, we kind of might be able to have enough connections and enough people.
Oh yeah.
We might be able to actually make that, which
I would
kind of
love
leads to the
do that
third
as a
announcement.
movie. Yeah.
We might make a movie this
we might
summer.
make a movie.
Or this fall, or whenever we get enough time
I'm not
to
gonna
sit down
lie.
and work on it.
It's pretty funny.
I would love to fucking help with it. I would love to be in it. I would love to
Yeah.
help in any fashion that you can.
Yeah.
Anything. I would love to be it.
To find. I have people in mind for different parts of the movie who would be able to play it well. The main character of the movie is based on me in a lot of ways, but I don't want to play that character.
Right.
I want to find like a straight man to play that character.
Sure.
I want to be one of the more goofy parts of the movie. I want to be.
That's what I would prefer too.
Yeah,
if you already had something or someone in mind for those characters that we were talking about yesterday, that's cool.
No, one of those
But
cops could easily be.
I would love to be one of the bumbling cops. Honestly, I would love that. That would be fun as shit.
It was a lot of fun writing it. It was stressful. The whole experience was stressful, but felt really good getting it all done.
Awesome.
Woo!
Do we have enough? Is there enough characters to use everybody in the podcast network?
Just
and
about.
then probably some.
Just about. In fact, Kimberly is an actress.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I probably will have Kimberly, and I'll probably beg her and plead. And
She probably will do it.
I think she would.
I bet you she would do it.
And I'm fairly certain Lewis will play a character.
I think that would be awesome, dude. That would be a lot of fun. So
I would love to make it with just everybody in the network.
that would be just some extras that we find from like a class, or I'm sure. I bet you between Lewis and Kimberly, if any extras we need, we could probably come up with extras.
Finding the people for the movie is going to be the easiest part.
Yeah.
The hardest part was
finding the lead.
It was locations.
Yes, lead and locations probably.
Locations. I mean,
because we just need that one guy that can actually kind of carry it.
yeah.
And
Honestly,
be the right type
a
of
lead
person.
character, I could easily see like Tom playing the lead character.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Easily. Tom or
With his dry sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom or Tom.
Yeah, Tom.
Pretty much.
Just based on the subject matter, maybe.
And
his demeanor would probably work.
I kind of wrote it as, it's supposed to be based on me, but it's not the character's not over the top, or it's basically the side of me that's not over the top, which is not a huge side.
Right, it's like
me.
a sliver.
And that's why I want to play a part in it that's way over the top. I
Right.
want to be nuts.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be way more fun for me. But I would love to have somebody like Tom. Truthfully, I can't really think of anybody else. Tom.
I think that works good.
Yeah, and
You
then,
think would you have Adam play himself?
Adam would play himself.
Well, who would play Steve's part?
Oh, I don't know. If Steve was in town, I would have Steve.
Oh my God, that'd be
It
awesome.
is Steve Mo though.
Yeah.
It is him. Our comedian friend Steve Mo.
That's that's the character.
Which I talked to him. He was in town. He's leaving tomorrow. I think he's in town for a wedding. And
What if we shot him out?
That'd be awesome.
That would be sweet. Just have him come up for like 4 days over a weekend and just shoot him out.
Just do all of his scenes.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is if you storyboard it the right way, you try to like
Could kind of group things
all
together.
Your tough on location spots. You do those at the
same time. Yeah.
You do,
Get them all knocked
everything
out.
at the same
Yeah.
time.
I think that's a really good idea. I mean,
Yeah, I think it'd be a lot of fun.
I don't want to step on anyone's toes or whatever. But if anything that I can do to help, I will.
Oh, yeah.
I'll buy a board so we can storyboard it. I don't care.
Oh yeah,
I'll do whatever it takes.
I got a couple whiteboards. So,
Awesome.
It'd be a lot of fun. And frankly, it's just a fun script. And if what I like about doing it, the idea of doing it with the whole podcast network is that if anybody had a better line, Lewis read it and constantly was writing in like, hey, be funnier.
This would be
funnier.
This would be good.
Be funnier.
Yeah.
He's a real dick. No, everything he wrote in, honestly, he gives the best hints. What it is he knows that I can be funny. So when he reads something, he's like, "This could be funnier." I just know that.
Yeah,
I just know that's a thing.
This made me chuckle. You can make me laugh from my belly. On
exactly.
This. Yeah.
And he gave great notes on it. And I know that if I was doing the script and somebody was reading a line and they could find something better.
Yeah.
Then I would totally go with something
better.
Absolutely.
I mean, we could do what do they do? They do the actual line like 2 or 3 different ways, and then they're like, all right, just have fun with it and see what comes up and see what happens. Just let it roll.
And I want it to have like this feel. What the movie served. It's about a guy who works at a drugstore who starts killing rude customers, and then the bumbling cops and police force that's basically after him. There's even a role in the movie that Mike could play.
Really?
Yeah,
dude, he would love that.
He's a police chief who eventually starts cross-dressing.
Oh my god, that is amazing.
Mm-hmm. By the end of the movie, he's in full drag.
That is amazing. I will tell him about this next time I talk to him.
Oh, it would be perfect.
Dude, I'm serious.
He would do it so good too. I know he could.
Oh yeah, definitely. I am for sure. We are doing this.
I make fun of Juggalos a bunch in it, which is so fun for me.
Yes.
Oh man, it was just a lot of fun.
I'm excited. A
lot of fun to write. I mean, there's a lot of times where I was writing it and I was just giggling. When I was writing it.
I'm more excited.
The dialogue between the 2 cops is probably my favorite thing in the whole movie.
Oh my god, yes.
And it got to where, I mean, I based the movie on one character, the people who work in the store, and like his 2 friends work with him, and then the girl that he meets as the romantic interest. And I loved writing that part of the movie. And as soon as I started writing the cops and getting to that part of the movie, I actually started having way more fun with it because they're just so ridiculous.
Yeah,
I kind of based them. If you want an example of their dialogue, it's kind of like Mac and Dennis on It's Always Sunny.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, they're very they're very
quick
and argumentative with each other. And they're bike cops, which is hilarious.
Like bicycle
cops.
Yes.
They open fire on dead bodies. They do it a few times. They're terrible. They're seriously the worst cops ever. And I wanted it to be every time they're in the movie when they're disposing of a dead body, just a cop car just driving by, just never stopping. And I made sure to do it every single time. There was a montage where they keep throwing dead like garbage bags off a bridge.
The main character does.
Yeah. And these cops just drive by. Every single time. Right by. Don't even stop.
Don't even bother to ask them nothing.
No, they don't even look. You don't even see them. You don't even see them in the car. You just see the cop car just driving by at the same speed, never stopping. Never once asking questions. Meanwhile, they're finding bodies in the river.
Yeah. I'm excited about this. And I'm more excited that we've kind of divulged just a pinch of it on the podcast, because now that it's going to be out here in the next hour or two, like we kind of probably should just do it.
Oh yeah.
How long in all honesty, how long do you think it would take us to do it? Like, do you think we could do it in like 6 or 7 weekends, maybe?
Maybe. I mean,
just work on it until it's done.
It would probably be more work. The most work would probably be the editing and that kind of stuff. Which I might even be able to get Ward to help me on that.
That would be really cool. I bet you he could help out.
If I could ever get him to have some time, I would love to have him help me edit it.
Yeah.
Because it's just his thing. He's
good at that kind of stuff. He
wanted to make movies. That's what he originally wanted to do.
Yeah.
And if he ever had the time, he could easily play a character.
Oh, definitely.
He's either have a character that he could play easily.
So, we got some people lined up in our brains. What about a director? Would you just direct it from the set?
I might, but if I could find somebody who's a better director, I'd rather somebody direct it.
Yeah.
Because I've never directed a movie before.
I've just directed a PSA when I did intro to video editing or whatever.
I think I could probably do it. I think it'd be a lot of fun, but I would almost rather find somebody else
just be able to focus on your character.
Yeah, focus on the character, focus on people, on reworking the script.
Yeah.
And I mean, I would love to find somebody else to direct the damn thing.
Awesome.
I mean, if somebody else is better than I am, which is lots of people will be way better at directing it than I would. But it's an official movie script. It's not something it was a screenwriting class. So anybody who's ever actually directed anything, who's read through a script and knows how to direct based on that script, it's there.
Cool.
It's there.
When we get to that time and you decide you'd rather just focus on your character or whatever and then have someone else do it, maybe we'll just start tapping people via Twitter and whatnot. And so I think this will be a Time Spent Poorly production, or do you want to do it yourself? How do you want to do it?
Oh, it'll be a Time
Spent Poorly production. So I guess we better get Time Spent Poorly Productions incorporated
Make that a thingy.
Some sort of officialness of some sort.
But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm really excited I'm just excited for school to be out. Because I can do so much now.
Well, I'm excited that school's out because school gave you two things: free time, or school being done gave you two things. Free time and a completed movie script we can start working on. And
exactly.
I've one of the things, as soon as we started expanding from just Time Spent Poorly into an actual network, the first thing I thought of was like, we need to start doing clips.
Oh,
we need to start doing movie clips, and then not movie clips, just like skits and whatnot. We wrote a whole bunch and never got around to them. But honestly, I would love the thought behind getting some movie or some skits behind us was to eventually do a Time Spent Poorly movie.
Oh yeah,
that's what I wanted to do, because I have some ideas in my brain that I would love to turn into something.
I did. Lewis, when he taught the class, basically said, "Write what you know," which I wrote what I know, and then he basically said, like, if it's something that you want to make it feasible. So I didn't write something that has special effects in it, except for the bare minimum of what you would have to do with special effects. I mean,
some gunfire and
throwing
stuff off of a bridge, which we could. Yeah. I mean, we know people that have a boat. We could throw something off the bridge. We could go retrieve it, make sure it floats. We can go retrieve it.
Yeah, and so really, he gave the best advice for making an indie movie that can be done, and that's what I wanted to make. Yeah. So I made sure when I wrote the whole thing, I made it to where it just can be done. Yeah, it can be done with low budget.
Yeah, like literally $1,000.
With next to no budget.
Yeah, and just people pitching in their time.
Yeah, and I just want to make something that I could be proud of. I wanted something that wouldn't be ridiculous costume wise.
Right.
Or,
we need some basically everybody wears what they would normally wear every
Pretty
day,
much.
and then some cop outfits.
Cop outfits. I would go with some like blue smocks for when people work in the store.
Yeah, and something for Mike to cross-dress in. That'll be a little bit of a challenge, but we can get that. We'll get that at Goodwill or something.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Oh my God, that's gonna be that. Just the experience of getting those clothes that will fit Mike will be a fucking fun. That'll be a fun day.
A fun time, yeah. And if we end up making the movie, we'll definitely do a bunch of behind the scenes stuff.
Oh, for sure.
Be so much fun.
Absolutely, we can do like a behind the scenes like a Tumblr or a behind the scenes like a video gallery.
So I hope you're ready to wear some bike shorts.
I will wear some bike shorts. I've actually been working out really hard, and I can actually look like a cop, like a legitimate cop, without like shit hanging out of myself.
I can't wait,
dude.
I'm gonna be embarrassing, and I don't care.
Oh, I don't care.
I will.
It will be fun.
I will.
I think it'll be a lot of fun.
I basically wrote. The outfits I'm thinking for the two bike cops is like Dangle from Reno.
Oh yes, super short.
When I thought of the outfits for these guys, I was like, I want them to look like Dangle.
So you want the tan or do you want the navy blue?
I don't know yet. I might do navy blue. It's supposed to be based in Meriwether, Idaho.
Okay.
So it's supposed to look like
that. Is that a made up town?
It's a made up town.
Okay, a made up town, but what part of Idaho? Like northern, southern?
It's Lewiston.
Lewiston, okay.
It's Lewiston. I mean in Lewiston here, in our area we have the Red Wolf Crossing Bridge. I renamed it the Black Wolf Crossing Bridge.
Nice.
I think it's still the Snake River. I didn't even rename that.
Nice.
I basically just wanted it to be. I wanted it to be Lewiston, but I didn't want to call it Lewiston, and that's why I went with Meriwether.
Nice, I like it.
Lewis, Meriwether, Lewis. You know,
I love that. That's so great.
Yeah, Meriwether, Idaho. It is Lewiston, 100%. And the reason why I went with Lewiston is I know it. I love where I'm from, so I know this area.
Yeah.
And I thought there's a lot of crazy stuff that happens in this
Sure.
area.
And if we can expound on things that actually happen and make them a little more fantastical.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think this is a great area to write about.
The movie that I want to do that I have in my head is about the radio station that I worked at. I want to make a movie based on that time of my life.
So that's
I think
awesome.
that, and we could make that in Meriwether, Idaho as well.
And that's I was in a creative writing class this last semester too, and I wrote 2 more stories based in Meriwether, Idaho.
Dude,
so I kind of created like this little world,
like a time spent poorly fictional area.
I've just called Meriwether, Idaho.
I love that, dude. We could make a whole
yeah.
shit ton of
And
stuff about Meriwether, Idaho.
I used like Save Right is the name of the drugstore that they work at. Like Save RITE.
Nice.
Which is a real thing, but I'm
Save Right is?
Yeah, I looked it up later, and I guess it's a real thing, but I don't care. I'm still gonna keep it.
How do they spell it? Is it
same way?
SAVE?
Yeah.
So just do SAV
RITE. I'll make it
SAV-RITE. That'd probably be because it's got to be.
Do it, and I'm just gonna make it look different. And, but it's I can't remember what I was saying. Yeah. I wanted it to be this fantastical world. I wrote 2 more stories in my creative writing class where both characters work at Save Right, or it's mentioned, or one of the guys leaves. He gets hurt, and so he goes to a local Save Right drugstore to get supplies for his wound.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I just think it's funny. I've worked at a drugstore for the last 4 years, so a
lot of things to
there's
draw
a lot
from.
of stuff there. I love talking about work. I love writing about work because it's something everyone does.
Right.
And like Lewis says, write what you know. Well, that's all I know is work.
Yeah.
And I mean, anybody who's seen my stand-up knows that I talk about work a lot. That's what I talk about.
Yeah.
Which also, I'll announce that I'm planning on hitting that hard again too.
Some stand-up?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna get back on the circuit a bit. Mostly just doing it with Marcus and his brother over at
Lancers.
At Lancers. Are they doing a show now? Or are they gonna do a show?
They started one, and then something got messed up with Nate's schedule, and so the days that they were planning on coming over, it got messed up. But they said that starting in June, they're supposed to be able to do a night, so they're going to be back in a couple weeks.
Cool.
So yeah, so we I almost had another somebody I used to work at the radio station with. I approached her to do a show, and now she's moving to Portland, so I guess that's not going to happen. We were like this close to getting it launched, and she's moving away now. So we're just looking around for a couple more people to kind of round out the lineup. We're trying to get a hold of Zach Swan, and he's kind of an elusive character at the moment.
He's a little elusive, but I know he wants to.
Yeah,
he wants to do like pop culture, and that's his thing. He also would be great talking about sports because he watches everything.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And we've wanted a sports show.
And I don't give a crap about sports. Neither does anyone else I know besides you.
Besides me, yeah.
But you've already got enough on your plate again.
Yeah, I'm doing a sports show. But I'd probably guest spot on his show.
Yeah, sure. That'd be fine.
It's just a fun thing. I love guesting on people's shows.
I
love guesting more on shows than I love being on shows. I like my own show.
Yeah,
I'd rather be a guest any day.
I like to guest. I think I might actually be better at guesting than having my own.
Awesome because you just get to talk about yourself.
You just get to flap your gums. Yeah,
that's my thing.
But that's so funny though, because you think you would have a really good time having your own show if that you just got on there and chatted about yourself.
I mean, it is fun, but
it's weird to talk about yourself to yourself though.
When I talk about myself on my own show though, I end up getting really depressed. I'm just like, oh god,
this blows.
Just fat. Just that's all I think. Just fat.
I'm just huge.
Yeah. Fat. That's all I end up going to.
Aww.
And so it's just I get depressed.
You turn self-deprecating very quickly.
Really quickly. Yeah. And you just beat yourself up.
Sure.
And I remember
and there's no one there to stop you from doing it.
No, not at all. And I remember Ward talking about when he started Basement Boys, and the times he'd be by himself, he said that he would just self-destruct on episodes.
Yeah, and
then when you started this show, you self-destructed.
All the time.
episodes.
Yeah, so I just talk myself in circles and just.
And he said, that he used to self-destruct probably once a week. He'd do a show and just be by himself, and just by the end of the show, just be like, fuck it.
Yeah,
like
just slam your head
so angry.
Down. Yeah.
And people don't realize how frustrating this can really be.
Yeah.
I mean, this really can be a really frustrating
It really
thing.
can be. And there's a certain, like, while you're recording, you can feel like tingles in the back of your head. You're like, okay, I don't know what it is, but I need to say something to change whatever's happening right now, because whatever's happening right now is probably not that entertaining. So you're like, this whole time you just have this tingle in the back of your head. You're like, and then you just start freaking yourself out.
Well, you know, one thing that we've never been able to do since Basement Boys, and one of the things I've always given him a ton of credit for, is that we on the Basement Boys would talk about pop culture a lot and reference and news. We would do news, and that's something we've never been able to.
Yeah, we
pick
tried
up
it.
and do
We
again.
tried it.
We've tried
3
it.
or 4
We've
times
tried it.
tops.
We tried it on Some Funny Dudes podcast. We tried
Show
it
program.
on Show Program, and every single one of those times it just went to shit. It just does not work for us.
I don't know why.
I think what it is that we don't care enough about what's happening around us.
That's probably true.
I mean, there's things you could bring up that I can get steamed about, if somebody talks about,
But it's got to be the right thing.
yeah, I mean, if somebody brings up but even then, if someone brings up like gay marriage, if they say like, well, I don't really agree with it, I'm like, well, I disagree, but whatever.
But whatever, yeah, because you just kind of decide that it's not really worth
Yeah.
your time getting pissed about.
Yeah, exactly. And the only times I ever get really steamed about it is when somebody says something like really just blatantly stupid about it, just like, well, the Bible says. I'm pretty much, if you say the Bible says,
You're
it'll
going to get
pretty
ripped
much-
apart.
It'll launch me. But-
So the one thing that I can mention that's a local thing, there's a place up in the Coeur d'Alene, Idaho area.
Oh, yeah.
There's a place called the Hitching Post.
I heard this.
And there's a place, the place has been in business for like 30 years or something.
long time,
And
longer
they-
than that.
Yeah, or maybe, yeah, you might be right. It might be
long
like
time. Yeah.
several decades. Like it might actually be like
Yeah.
7 or 8 decades. It's
I
been
can't
open for a
remember.
long time.
I remember reading about it. I forgot. how
And
long.
they said that once, because I guess on the docket for Idaho is getting gay marriage legal in Idaho, which
They're
is
trying.
When
it just got what? It just got
huge red state, and that'd be a.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a
when
big,
it just,
big
and something
deal.
just happened with that, right? They have to recognize it now, or
Yeah.
or something like that.
But they said that once it's officially illegal, they won't be allowed legally to turn people away.
Yeah.
For
Right.
discrimination purposes, so they will close their doors.
They're so adamant about it, they'll close.
They're
their
gonna,
doors.
yeah, because they don't want to have to, because they won't be able to say no, but they don't want to have to do it either. So they're just going to
shut
close a legitimate business due to their
They're shut
beliefs
down.
about nothing.
See, and you would think as owning that kind of business, like a hitching post where people want to go get married, you would think that you'd be kind of rooting for more reasons for people to go get married.
Exactly.
Wouldn't you?
More people.
But doesn't that just make like fiscal and financial sense? Where you're like, where you would be like okay, like if you owned like a little mom and pop grocery store,
yeah. And you're struggling to fight the big boys.
You're struggling to make it, but then all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, you can sell hard alcohol in your store." Don't you think as like a store owner, you'd be like, "Oh,
well, I'm gonna get right on that."
Or people, or those, those vapor places have been opening up.
Yeah.
And that they're opening up with bated breath, waiting for legalization of marijuana. They are.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's the
there's
only
no way
reason
a business like the vape places is gonna stay open unless that's a thing. Because
Right.
nobody gives a hot shit about those stores.
No. I mean, I
Not
know
even a
like
little bit.
I know
I mean-
like 2 people personally, now 3 people personally, because I noticed your uncle was doing it. That would actually be like, oh, I'll go there all the time.
No,
But
I think they're great. I think vaping's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I like e-cigs.
Yeah. I have my own and I don't even smoke.
I think they're great, but I mean, like, I've never like been like, oh, I want to go to a cafe and go vape there.
Right.
Like,
I'm not
why?
gonna do that.
I don't even like leaving my house for things that I have to.
Right, you have to go
leave
put pants on for one.
Dude, leaving the house sucks balls.
I hate leaving the house so much that I've actually created a whole world up here that I just
you
don't
do have a
to
whole
leave
world completely
if I don't want to.
Around you being at home.
Yeah.
You are a homebody.
I used to not be a homebody, which is weird. I just kind of created this whole...
I used to love leaving all the time too, until finally when I lived downtown in that apartment, I realized how much I loved being at home.
I think I used to love being gone because of how small my first house was.
Yeah.
The first place that I ever lived at, I don't know, I think it just drove you by it. You never went inside, right? It was like 800 square feet. So I loved every and any opportunity to go drop in on
But
someone,
you
go
also
do
had a
something.
roommate.
Yes, and I had a roommate at the time. Yeah, roommate.
So roommate. So even though you love living with your roommate, but there's no aloneness.
No.
So it's like, well, I'm gonna leave.
I'm gonna go crash at somebody or something.
Lived in your basement. I was never home because it was like, well, it's not yours. Even if you owned your house and you had your roommate, it's still not yours.
Right.
It's yours and somebody else's.
Right.
It's not the same.
Exactly.
It's way more fun to. So you're like, well, I'm just gonna go do something.
But then you get out on your own and you start
like,
creating,
oh my
like
God.
you get a place that's not that you like actually
Absolutely.
like being at. Like I love being here. I love being here.
All of my things are at my house.
Yes, everything I like to
spent
do.
my money on my things.
Yes,
and
everything I
that's what
love to do is right out there and right in here. So
exactly, yeah.
I have no real reason to leave.
No.
So.
No, ever.
Yeah, so I like, and I try, and now I realize I've created something like surrounding me to where I can invite people here to do it with me, except for all of them have their comfortable things around them. So I'm like, well, shit.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't think that through. Yeah, damn it.
I mean, I have a go-to outfit that I wear at home, just like basketball shorts and like a tank top. Like, I would never take that in public ever.
Right.
Like, like those things that you wear that make it to the washer less frequently than
like once a month, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're washing laundry and you're like, oh, I should just strip right here and wash this real quick.
Yeah, definitely. I have either in the wintertime, I have this really, really baggy pair of sweatpants that I wear, and then just whatever t-shirt I grab in the dark out of the closet. Like it doesn't even matter. I just grab something and put it on in the dark, and then probably around noon I'll look down and I'm like, oh, I'm wearing this shirt today. That's cool. But in the summertime, I've noticed it's starting to get a little bit warm out. So then just whatever shirt I can find goes on, and then just no pants, just underwear and a shirt. That's all I
Do you have
wear.
an air conditioner out in your shop?
No, I do not.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be figuring something out on that here pretty soon. So every time I go in there, though, it's
fans
actually
are gonna work in there because you have that sawdust everywhere.
Yeah, but I did buy myself a air purifier thing where it's got a hose about this big around, and I put it right near the source of what's creating the dust, right by the lathe, and turn that sucker on, and it actually sucks a lot of the dust right out of the air. So that helps. But
you have to get a little window,
a little window unit that blows right on me. Yeah, something's gonna have to happen.
Suck.
Yeah, it's gonna really suck a lot.
It gets hot here.
Yeah, it gets like triple digits up to 107, 108 sometimes.
It was a little hot yesterday.
It was it was like 80.
I am so glad we did
yesterday.
that barbecue yesterday because
Today sucked balls.
Today is rainy and gross.
Yeah.
We're lucky.
Yesterday was the perfect weather. Like if we could have weather like that minus the wind, if we could have weather like that all year round, I'd probably be a pretty happy camper. Like it was a little warm, but not so hot that I was like, oh motherfuck me. Like it was hot.
Yesterday was an awesome day.
Yeah, yesterday was a lot of fun. Good weather. I woke up early and
I drank like I was getting paid to do it.
You drank like you were the Keystone Ice guy or the Keystone Light guy. Yeah. Hold my stones.
Well, what's really funny is we were like scrambling to get that ready because we went downtown and just dicked around for like an hour, and then we're like, we gotta go get ready.
Probably should go do this, yeah.
And we hadn't yet. Oh God, we hadn't yet.
That's all right.
It turned out great though.
By the time everybody showed up, it was pretty much ready.
Well, luckily, and then you showed up there and you barbecued for the whole.
I did.
lot.
I loved barbecue. I love it.
That was so nice of you. Yeah, I'm
it.
so appreciative of that.
I love it.
It was a good time. I had a lot of fun. I think we decided we're gonna do more.
Good.
Those tables we borrowed, and we remember her saying that she was gonna donate them. She didn't even want them anymore because they're so old. So I was like, we should just see if we can buy them from her.
Yeah,
just
get them from her and
like whatever if she was gonna donate them to 4-H or something. I was like, can we just give you money to donate to 4-H?
Right,
We'll keep these tables because those were handy.
Yeah, it's nice to have a couple of tables.
Plus,
around.
we did the baby pool with the beer, and
that
was
genius.
Oh,
honestly, the beer, pop, water, and all of the salads all fit in that thing. It was a good idea.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it worked out well.
It was a wonderful day.
And the best way to keep a beer really, really cold is to have a little bit of water and ice in there. Like it was so like you grab it like you could hardly get in there.
I know I had to fish all that out this morning.
How was that?
Freezing. Although I felt, how I felt this morning is I almost wanted to go out there and just dunk my face in that.
Yeah,
thing. It's just how I felt. It's just, oh God, I felt like garbage. This morning.
Bet.
Worth it.
Like a hot. You felt like hot garbage.
You know what's really funny was the last time I went out after our senior research thing, and we went out to the bar and I drank there for like 4 hours, and I used to be able to just recover like the next day and then the day after that be fine.
Yeah.
Dude, I was sick for 3 days, just like oh god. kill me.
Amy and I were discussing.
I haven't been drinking.
Yeah, we don't drink that much very often. If we do, it's on a weekend, and we were just noticing how long it takes us to recover after some pretty heavy drinking after not drinking.
I drastically, for those of I haven't talked about it on a show at all, but I've drastically changed my diet like a ton, and part of that was I quit drinking. I do not drink anymore, except for stuff like yesterday. I knew I was going to drink. I knew I was going to drink after that senior research thing. Now I probably won't for a few months.
Yeah,
until something comes up, and even when I have been, it's been like a beer at like like here when he came for the pit fire.
Sure.
I had like a beer.
A beer, yeah.
And I just did it because I don't want those calories.
Right.
I've quit drinking for purely health reasons. I'm just trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
Which I have. Thank God.
Yeah, you look really great. You look awesome.
It's going somewhere finally. It's the stuff's starting to pay off, but what I'm doing differently is I rather than going on a diet, is I've changed my diet completely.
Yes,
and
that's the way you got to do it.
That's a big one.
Yep.
Even yesterday, I normal circumstances at a barbecue would have been a glutton.
Oh my God, that's what I did. I don't know what happened. I went into a food eating fugue state. It was like I think I had like. I'm not kidding. I think I had 4 hot dogs and 2 hamburgers. I had a shit ton of meat.
So did I. And then I had the salads.
Yeah.
I had a hamburger, and then I had the 2 hot dogs, and then the other I think I had 2 more hot dogs, but I didn't even use a bun.
Yeah, I just ate them.
I went like easy on the salads for some reason, and I still haven't had a piece of that cake.
Oh really? I had a big.
I did not do it.
Not only did I have a piece of that cake, I had the first piece and I had a corner piece. Nice. And it was a shit ton of sugar. I felt it. I felt it coursing. Like I don't eat sugar very regularly, and I as soon as that spoon hit my mouth, I could feel it tingling through my body. I was like, "What is happening to me?" Yeah, it was bad.
I did pretty good yesterday considering I would have eaten honestly, truthfully, Derek 4 months ago would have eaten 5 hamburgers and 25 hot dogs.
Yeah,
I just would have done it.
I think it was a lack of.
I would have been a glutton.
Yeah, I think I had a lack of a substantial lunch. I just had a snack lunch. I think I had a peanut butter sandwich for lunch.
We told people to bring their appetites. Yeah, we went and got a ton. We went to Costco.
Yeah, you got
that
a crap
morning.
ton of food. Yeah. Yeah, I probably ate enough for 3 people yesterday.
Oh yeah,
but
worth it.
Yeah, but it was worth it. I don't do that normally. That's something that I try not to do. I've also pretty drastically changed my diet. You wouldn't have known yesterday.
I think everyone has.
Yeah, though. But I normally eat really small portion size.
Slim.
Jared's looking a lot better.
He's changed his diet drastically.
That's good, mostly because of the trips to the ER, right?
Yeah, he went to the hospital for his
high blood pressure. Yeah,
which that's why I want him to do an anger management to talk about that shit. I want to hear all about it.
I wish.
All about it.
I wish. So we've got that going on for us.
Also, I started wearing my hat backwards like a douchebag.
I like it.
I just realized I was doing. I don't normally wear hats at all.
It's usually for. You usually only put it backwards. I've only seen you with it in the studio backwards, mostly because of the headphones, right?
Yeah,
they fit better.
Annoying.
Yeah.
I can't wear it like that.
Yeah. Well, your bill's a little bit flatter than mine is, so it kind of pushes them out.
Biller. I am.
Right.
I do that. That's a thing that I do.
It's cool. It makes it.
It feels so good to be back.
Yeah.
This is my first show in this studio.
This is the first show for you in 2 months too, because the last show we did was still at the other house, and I've been here for 2 months now. Wow. Isn't that crazy? I've almost been here for 3 already.
Wow.
Yeah, at the end of this month, I'll be here for 3. Craziness.
And so, how's Lewis doing as the host?
Lewis is doing very well as the host. He comes on.
Messes it up.
He comes on and messes it up on purpose every time.
What does he do?
He comes in and he's like, "Hey, hello, welcome to what are we doing again? The show. Oh, the show about movies and movies and more movies. Yeah,
he fucks it up.
Yeah, it's fun.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think I was listening to it a while back, and I think the highlight of the show at this point is Kim, though.
Kim is great. Her high-pitched little squeal of a giggle.
She needs to be on that show.
Yeah.
It just works better with her on the show.
We've
You've determined this.
We've enjoyed her since she started, so she's a permanent fixture now.
Yeah. It's just I wanted to send in a request for a movie for everybody to watch. Because I watched it the other day, and it's Thinner.
Thinner? I think I've seen it.
It is so bad.
Yeah, I've seen it, but I'll see if everyone else has seen
watching.
it yet.
I got up this morning and went and laid out in the living room, miserable, and watched Explorers. Do you remember that movie Explorers, when they turn like that tilt-a-whirl into like a spaceship? There's like these kids. It's Ethan Hawke.
Oh, I didn't. No, I haven't seen it.
And River Phoenix when he was alive.
Yeah,
obviously
he did.
Obvi,
he did.
And the first half of that movie is a great movie, and then it just turns to shit so fast. It gets so bad so quickly. Basically, they leave Earth and go like see aliens,
and that's where it gets bad.
Oh god, yeah. The aliens are horrible. It's like missed jokes, just flat jokes. Like they didn't
have a Lewis looking over the script for him.
No, the aliens.
Funnier.
He's ruined movies for me so badly.
Me too. Actually,
that whole the Hanging from the Balconies ruined movies for me. His class that I took ruined movies for me. Because
you can't switch it off now that you know what you know.
So
now
I'm watching this movie and I'm like, who was writing this part of the script and was like, this is still good?
Yeah, this is gold right here. We're gonna go with this.
I went and read online, and the guy who directed the movie was like trying to fix the ending though.
Oh yeah.
He said it was weak too. But the aliens are supposed to be like, they're supposed to have learned Earth languages through watching TV. So one of the aliens, Whack, I think his name is Whack or Mac or something, and he's just like talking like he's on TV. So he's like, everything he says is like he does like infomercials.
Sounds like an infomercial. That's awesome.
Infomercials or just other stuff, other mediums, just constantly quoting TV. And I think
so he sounds like a constant sound clip.
Yeah, and I think it's supposed to be a bunch of like pop culture, just humor. Just it's supposed to be really funny, and it's not funny. It falls so flat, and it's just. Is
it because of when it was made? Because that would if it was in Ethan Hawke was a kid, that had to have been an '80s movie then, right?
Yeah, but he could have done. I don't know. They should have did. Instead of doing like sound clips and having him actually sound like Groucho Marx, which is what they did, they should have had him. They should have had him like a funny comedian play him, and then somebody like a comedian who like does voices and stuff.
Yeah, like somebody that people would know now, like a Frank Caliendo or something.
Or
like even the dude that does voices or the sound effects, the Police Academy guy, Michael. What's his name? Michael Winslow.
Michael Winslow. Yeah, that would have been way better.
Yeah.
Instead, they just had somebody who I don't even know who it was. And rather than having him like imitate voices or whatever, it's just sound clips. So he's almost like just mouthing it, and it's terrible.
Monotone, didn't make sense.
So bad, and it's just
it's too bad.
And it's too bad because the first half of that movie is so good.
They're
building a spaceship out of a tilt-a-whirl. And
Time Spent Poorly presents a remake of
make Explorers. Where something that's another thing too. There's no tension in the script. It's just nothing happens. I mean, basically. They had this moment. They have one moment in the movie where, so these cops that are in this helicopter see them flying around in the spaceship before they take it into space, right? And one of the cops is like, he's like I used to dream about this when I was a kid, and like he's like really excited about it, and so he wants to be like a part of it, and you can tell. And so he finds the tilt-a-whirl. He grabs like a jacket out, tracks it to the kid, and he's like talking to Ethan Hawke, and he's like, hey, is this your jacket? And they're trying to talk to him. So then like Ethan Hawke kind of like just runs away from him, and then they fly away in it, and he like shows up as they're flying away, and he's like, good for you, kid, or something like that. It's like, look what you've done.
Lame.
Like he's just so excited about it. And they had this moment that could have been
kind of cool.
Could have been this good scene of tension and just something, and just ended up being nothing. Just nothing.
Huh.
The whole movie is just flat.
It's like going to Nebraska, just nothing out there.
It's just nothing. I couldn't even finish it. I just turned it off. I was like, nothing's happening. I mean, I turned it off like 5 minutes till the end, but I was just like, obviously nothing's going to happen in this movie.
That's too bad.
And they could have. And it was so many missed. Yeah. And that's what it is. That's what they should call Hanging from the Balcony. Is they should just call it missed opportunities.
Could we just point out all the missed opportunities?
That's just essentially what bad movies are, just missed opportunities. Someone could take a great idea. I saw a preview. I saw the first like 3 previews for Godzilla, and I was like, this is going to be an awesome movie.
Yeah.
Then I was watching Hulu, and they were just playing commercials. I let it just play on commercials so I can just see what movies are coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And they started playing clips. They started playing a few clips from Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, they spoil it. They spoil the movie with one of the clips. Mothra's in it.
Oh, jeez.
So, Godzilla versus Mothra.
Yeah.
That's a thing that's in the movie, and they just show it in a clip. Like, Mothra's, like, flying through the city. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Why would
Are you kidding
why would
me?
you not keep that like a huge secret?
That should not be a thing that we know.
Yeah.
And then there's that, and then you just see, like, what it's shot in, like, the way the movie's shot in general. Like, the commercials make it look like it's going to be, like, this gritty, kind of, like, just this underbelly of a movie about Godzilla.
Yeah.
And then when you see, like, how it's shot, it looks exactly like Transformers.
Oh, really?
Like, the stylization of it is so bad. And so now I'm not going to watch it in theaters. I'm scared to watch it in theaters.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Because I don't want to go watch Transformers.
Yeah, we got Transformers coming out in a couple of months. We don't need that.
Yeah, and that movie is like the new Transformers is like that ex-girlfriend that keeps coming back. And she's like, look, I've had some stuff done. And you're like, oh, you might be kind of fun. And then you start dating her again, and you're like, oh, you're still a piece of shit.
You're still just as insane as you
suck.
were. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's basically what Transformers is. Every single movie, that first movie, you're like, oh my god, I just met this girl. She's amazing. I'm going to take her home to meet my parents. And you go and watch the movie, and you're like, yeah, man, she's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, it's all right. I mean,
This is a pretty good relationship.
Got to justify it a little bit, kind of sweep a couple things under the rug. It's no big deal.
She has a few flaws, but man, I'm still happy in this
couple
relationship.
plot holes in this one. Yeah.
Then you go on your second date with her, which is Transformers 2, and you're like, man, she has a lot of flaws, man. She kind of sucks. And then you're like, the relationship's starting to go sour. But you're like, you know what? There's enough good parts.
Yeah.
There's enough good parts.
Sex is still good enough.
Yeah.
Gives a good handy.
There's a few really good sex parts.
Yeah.
Like the fight scenes in Transformers 2. They can make you almost be like, well, whatever.
Yeah. That fucking
the forest battle.
Battle scene's so good.
That's your second. That's your second year of dating her, and you're like, yeah, there's still some good. We still have some chemistry and whatever, and then your third year rolls around, and that's the third movie, and you're like, she sucked out loud.
Ugh.
She won't let me hang out with my
Awful.
friends.
She's terrible.
She's a bitch. She's cheating on me with a new English Megan Fox.
Right. She's those movies. Third one was an
gotten
abortion.
Stale. Shia LaBeouf.
Ugh.
She's gotten stale.
Yeah.
And then you're like, and then the battle scenes are very good, and they kill some pretty good Autobots, and you're like, what the fuck?
Why did they do
this
that?
movie? And you're just like, this is garbage. So you're like, you know what? I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
You've already broken up maybe once or twice between then. So you're like, sorry, baby.
Gotta go.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
And then she comes back a couple years later. She's got like huge knockers
big
now,
knockers,
and she's like,
I got a new outlook on life.
Dressing seductive. She's
Yeah.
got that Snoopy tattoo on her shoulder, changed into like a sleeve with sugar skulls in it, and you're like, wow, she might be different.
Changed a little bit.
Because now the new movie looks like gritty, and they're
Yeah.
like trying to make it like dark, and you're like, oh man, she's gotten kind of crazy. And then
I think I like where this is
and
going.
then you're like, I think we're gonna go on another date. I think we're gonna try it out. And then the more times you see her at the previews for the new movie, the more times you see her, you're like,
maybe
this
not.
is gonna be more of the same.
Maybe not.
You're gonna suck still.
Yeah.
And she's like, come on, don't you want to go on a date with me?
Well, yeah,
because she talks like Mark Wahlberg now. Come on.
Yeah.
Hey, I think we found this Autobot.
This hunk of junk's gonna put you through college.
Yeah. Hey, this hunk of junk's gonna put you through college. It's an Autobot. Say hello to your mother for me. And you're like, this is gonna suck. And then so now I'm like,
Still have to go on the date to see if it's gonna be awful though.
But I might just wait till the date comes out on DVD.
Yeah. Do the remote date where you
Skype
what would
her.
no. That would be like a day date, like a lunch date. You're gonna lunch date
it's
it.
gonna be a lunch date now, and maybe we'll just be friends.
Maybe even do brunch. Make it even earlier.
Brunch.
Yeah.
Then when the next one comes about, you were like, no.
I think I'll just pass altogether. We're done.
Which is just a made-for-TV movie now.
Yeah.
It's just a.
Yeah. I still can't believe there's fucking 4 of those.
Yes, yeah, and it's gonna be 4's coming out, and he wants to do like 2 more after that. And
my God, of course he
I
does.
mean, like, who is the Decepticon they're gonna introduce in number 5? The dead horse they can just keep kicking. Is that an Autobot or a Decepticon? Transformers 5: Return of the Dead Horse. They're gonna kick.
Return of the Dead Horse. We've licked in the gift mouth too many times.
Yeah. Transformers 6. Still bored.
Still bored. Yeah. Transformers 6. Don't know what else to do now.
Yeah. Just gonna keep going, huh?
Yeah.
Just gonna keep on going.
Transformers 6. Fight in front of the pyramids.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. Transformers 7. Still Truckin' is the name of the movie. Still Truckin'. It's just Optimus Prime. It's a Christmas special.
Yeah. And he's just like sobbing nonstop.
Yeah.
Just, I used to be great. Now I'm reduced to Christmas specials.
You can't, and they can't kill him off now. They killed him in the second movie and had to bring him back, or whatever.
Or whatever they did.
They can't kill him off now. If they kill him off now, what a waste of Peter Cullen at this point.
Right.
Because at this point, they've changed around the Autobots and Decepticons so many times that the only 2 iconic ones that are in it now are Bumblebee and Optimus Prime.
Right.
So who the fuck even wants to watch it again?
Yeah. Like, who's going to be the bad one this time? Isn't Megatron dead?
Yeah, well, he's
supposedly.
I think he's supposed to be Galvatron.
Ah. Okay. All right.
But still, sucky.
Yeah.
Sucky McDicks.
I like to go and watch all the imaginative things that are being came up with, but sometimes it, like, when you're on to the 4th one, like, I don't know, like, Fast and Furious 7 is coming out.
Yeah.
7. I could not imagine having 7 of those, but who's in fucking first in line to go watch those things? I'm gonna go fucking see
I
it.
think which one was Tokyo Drift? Number 3?
3.
That one was supposed to be, I swear that was supposed to be a coffin nail.
That was a direct to DVD that did not go to theater.
I don't think
The first and second one they did pretty all right.
Yeah, and I think
straight to DVD with the third one. You're like, all right, done.
I think that was supposed to be like the end of a franchise. And for some reason, someone's like, dude, we should do another Fast and Furious movie.
Hold on, let's get them all back, and we'll take this thing to another level. And they actually did.
They did do it, and now it's successful.
And
again.
They added The Rock. Oh my God, all of them are amazing now.
Yeah, Statham's in it.
Mm-hmm. That fifth one was really good.
So
I don't know about 6, but the 5th one was good.
And then also
4th one was pretty good too.
Yeah, and so they added these new actors who they've rejuvenated the whole thing, and now it's really successful again.
Tyrese
it's
is
crazy.
back. Yeah,
and
Ludacris is
it's
great.
It's really funny as they did. Do you remember Starship Troopers?
Yes.
That first movie, Casper Van Dien is in. He's the main guy.
Yep.
And then they did the second one, and I think the success from the first movie, he was like, yes, I'm gonna go do, I'm not gonna do this crappy sequel because I'm Casper Van Dien, and now I'm gonna have a career because the first movie's kind of launched me of it.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, I saw a preview. I was watching an old crappy VHS a while back, and I saw a preview for the third Starship Troopers, and he's in it.
Oh,
he's
really?
In the third one. So it's like he didn't launch, and so he's like, no, I'm gonna go back to my franchise. And
go back to my roots.
I think maybe he thought maybe they would relaunch that, and no one watched that.
No.
Nobody gives a shit.
I didn't even watch the second one.
I didn't either.
The only part I watched of the first one is I wore out the VHS tape of the co-ed shower scene. Yeah, I wore that shit out. There's a lot of butts in that movie. I like it.
You know what? I don't. That's not a very good movie either. Starship Troopers, the first one's not a very good movie.
It's according to Lewis, it's a understated movie because it's actually not about what you think it's about.
Yeah,
it's actually about the politics behind it.
It is about
or
the
whatever.
politics. Yeah.
It's not about the actual bugs themselves, and it's kind of supposed to be like a satire on something or other.
Yeah, they're supposed to be Nazis. They're Nazis.
Yeah,
not the bugs, but the people. Are Nazis.
Yeah,
it's a one world government. They're
kind of It's kind of
look at the clothes of the higher ups.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting,
wearing, like, Gestapo,
like an interesting little
they're wearing
thing.
jack boots and like Nazi hats.
Right,
like it's supposed to be them
jack booted thugs. Yeah, and it's a weird thing. And then like the bugs are just supposed to be like more of a metaphor than
but there's so
actual
many grotesque
bugs.
Scenes in it.
There are some pretty
hard to watch.
Yeah, there's some pretty bad stuff going on in there.
Watch.
So
then they find the guy with a hole in his head and they like the guy puts his fingers in the hole. It's like, his brain's been sucked out. It's like you had to put your fingers in there to figure that out.
Yeah, you couldn't have just looked in
You
there.
couldn't have just looked at it and been like, gross.
Gross. That skull's
That's
pretty
an open wound on someone's fucking head.
And that skull, and there's like that goes in pretty far. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna wager to say that that's probably empty.
I'm gonna go ahead and bet the farm that that's empty. Yeah. I don't need to test it out.
I don't need to touch it.
Everybody leave the room while I test this open.
Hold on, I gotta skull fuck the shit out of this thing real quick. Make sure it's empty.
Everybody leave the room.
Hold on.
Gross. That's so gross.
I just gotta find out. I just need to know for science. My dick is really good at telling things for science.
This is for science.
For science.
For science.
Well, we've been chit-chatting for an hour, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're here to say that we're back. This is the last official mashup. Back in black! Derek's going to be doing his thing again.
Yes.
We've got an announcement about an announcement that we've announced. So,
announced.
Yeah, so be paying attention to for the rest of the summer when things get more nailed down on that. We'll officially announce, but just so you know, there's something pretty cool coming up.
Biggin'.
And then we're going to write a movie's been written, and we're going to produce our first movie as soon as we can, hopefully this summer. But one thing that I've come to realize with announcements and us is if we just announce it, we'll get around to it. But if we put a time limit on it, we'll get freaked out, and then we just don't do it.
Yep.
So let's announce that we're going to get around to it.
We're going to get around to it.
And we're going to attempt to do it by the end of this year.
It's going to be something. I would love to do it by the end of this year.
I think...
The hardest part's going to be the location.
Yes. We'll start working on it, and if we can get it done by the end of the year, awesome. Definitely by this time next year, though.
Yeah.
I've got a hair in my mouth. Oh, it's an eyelash in my mouth. So
sound a pube makes before it hits the ground. Gross.
Yeah. So you can find Derek at Derek Yon on the Twitter. I'm at Nathan L. Betts on the Twitter.
Yeah.
You can find all of this on the Stitcher Smart Radio app. Just go to Stitcher, download that app onto your smartphone, and then just search for Time Spent Poorly. 3 words, not all one word. And the entire network will come up on your Stitcher.
And every show comes up.
Every show comes up. It's really cool. You can actually do it. Derek, that's how he gets our stuff.
Every one of them.
And it's really cool. You just you save our station as a favorite, and it just automatically comes up with new stuff.
It does.
You can find us at youtube.com/timespentpoorly. Go to Facebook, give us a thumbs up there, and then be watching for stuff there. And we post stuff there and do announcements and whatnot. And I think that's
I'm excited to be back, everybody. And remember, if something bad happens to you, you probably did that to yourself.
You probably did. And from now until the next time I talk to you guys, I'll do something. Damn it, I fucked it up.
But it didn't go right. Oh no, I'm overdrawn. I checked my account and the money's all gone. Why me? I don't know what to think. I finally get aboard and the whole boat sinks. Seems to be the story of my life. The story of my life. The story of my life. That's the story of my life. That's the story of my life.
I hate it when you see it going a certain way and then it just you just get fucked over.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
From now until the next time I talk to you guys, be good to you and yours is what I was trying to get out.
Right.
See you fuckers later.
Well, see you fuckers later.
Thanks for listening, guys.